Do it again.
Welcome to Random Encounters Guild, everybody. Sorry there was no audio on that awesome intro because some of the audio was really fantastic and part of that video. It has been a couple of days. Sorry for the tardiness. We're an hour late starting. That's on me. I went to hang out with my parents over the weekend and help my dad. And class 1 tornado hit just east of our house, like a mile and a half within our house. So I was trying to get them squared away and figure out what they were going to do tonight before I left, and it pushed us a little bit behind getting home. But we did want to go ahead and get into this, at least get it started, and then next week we can handle the actual like beginning. So yes, welcome to Random Encounters Guild, presenting Alien Chariot of the Gods, the Alien RPG from Free League Press. Sorry there was no audio in that intro. I had it set improperly in OBS. That is now fixed. Next week, you'll hear the audio. I am Guildmaster Scott. I run things over here at the Random Encounters Guild. I used to be the forever GM, but I've been getting to play a little bit more. Jenna's running Blades in the Dark, and Brandon ran Blade 68 for us this week for my birthday. So it was I'm getting to play a little bit every now and then, but for the most part, I GM the games here. If you would like to, we're a community that jumps around and plays different systems and different games. We love having new people join us, which 3 of these people are new in more ways than one. But yeah, there's a link to our Discord server. Feel free to join us over there if you would like to get into playing a role-playing game and meet some new people. So that's me. Let's go to Quasi. Who you be?
I be Joel, aka Quasi_MS. I stream on Twitch as well, primarily MLB The Show. Well, it'll be soon to be MLB The Show 25, March 14th, baby. We're gonna be. I'm looking forward to it. But in the meantime, when I'm not streaming, for the gaming portion, I'm here on Sundays with Scott and company. So that's me.
And Bryce.
Hello, I'm Bryce. I have a Twitch. I don't stream yet. I'm gonna eventually figure that out. I was here for that. What was that? It was the action adventure, kind of like Indiana Jones style.
Yeah, Outgunned Adventures.
Gun, that's what it was. I was here for the Outgunned Adventures. That was a lot of fun.
Aliens Fire Team. Joel and Bryce and I have been
that's true
running Aliens Fire Team for a minute now. So.
But the TTRPG stuff, we triggered every trap. It was great. But and I think I just saw it was on there. Band of Buddies, actually the 3. So the remaining 2, we post videos sometimes on YouTube. So that's
I did links for both the Quasi's channel and the Band of Brothers YouTube. So.
Nice.
So that brings us to Dylan.
That's me. I'm Dylan. I sort of recorded them. I also have a Twitch. I haven't streamed in about 6 months, but other than that, I just hang out with the 2 idiots that one just talked and then the other one is next. So
that's Davis.
Yep.
My name is Davis. All I do, I would record with them too, but I don't do any Twitch or anything like that. But I'm a Twitch enthusiast. I love it. I love I love live streams and stuff like that. And I am very much a tabletop RPG kind of enthusiast, like D&D, all that kind of stuff. Love it. So just excited to play.
Okay, so that's out of the way. And like I said, we've got just right at an hour. So this is going to be kind of a quick little, we're going to do the intro stuff. We've already done our character. They've got their characters in place. We are running the Chariot of the Gods box set, which was the first cinematic scenario box set that they released with the game. And we had a kind of a session 0 where they got their characters selected, and we got them signed into Fantasy Grounds, and good to go. So, and just by way of just for clarity's sake, none of the 4 of them have played this game. And only one of them have seen any of the Aliens movies.
Yep.
So this idiot and that idiot and that idiot have no idea what they're going into or what they're So
we talked about doing this like months ago, and you still haven't watched any of the movies.
Don't know where
I
it's
have
at.
a busy life, okay?
I forgot Alien exists. Not gonna lie to you.
and your character's gonna die first.
That'd be a nice predictions thing on your channel points there, Scott.
Oh, yeah, who's dying first? That's a
Who's
great
dying
one.
first? Or will anybody die in the first episode?
If I knew how to set that up, I would set that up.
Oh, brother. Okay. I can help you out
I
with
mean,
that.
if you show me, teach me. I'm not a. I know just enough to make this stuff happen, but anything with points and stuff, I haven't got any of that set up. So I would love an assist with that.
Yeah, I
It's
can help
not
you out
my
with that.
goal to die before you figure it out.
Next session, so many polls.
Oh, yeah.
How
All right,
stupid is
so
this
I'm going to
character
go
gonna be?
ahead and share this map with you guys. You should see it on your screens in Fantasy Grounds now. This is your ship. This is the USCSS Montero. It is a freighter. You're space truckers. You get hired to haul freight from one location to another. I'm just going to say this for Bryce's sake, because he's the only one that's seen the movies. This is the same class ship as the Nostromo. It is.
Yeah, I got it. Like, I see what you mean.
It is a newer model. It's a newer model than the Nostromo is, but it's the same style ship. So what you're looking at on this map is a top view, like you're looking down. And I guess I can show you. I can put it up on the on Twitch so they can see it as well. So this is a commercial freighter. You guys, let me pull up. I apologize. I should have had this set up already. It has been an evening.
I'm just kidding. Come on! I'm just kidding.
Where is? I'm sorry, everybody. This is completely my fault. This is all on me. I literally ran in the door and started my computer and tried to get this going as soon as possible. So I'm not 100%. Okay, here we go. This should be it.
It gives me time for the caffeine to kick in.
At 8:40 at night?
Yes. I will. It'll wear off in about an hour.
Oh, the energy drinks?
Yeah.
They don't even affect me for more than 2 minutes.
That's a problem.
ADHD, baby.
Hey, baby.
Sorry, I just thought of peanut butter jelly the long way.
Okay, so the Montero is of the same series of Star Freighter as the Nostromo, as I said, save that it is a newer model with some minor upgrades. Most important distinction is that the Montero has standard Saturn J3000 engines instead of the Rolls-Royce N66 Cyclone upgrades that the Nostromo had. As such, she is not rated as a commercial tug. She is fitted to haul cargo internally like a standard freighter and has a cavernous bay with ventral access. You guys are currently on a job. You're making a run. The Montero's bay is currently full of 72 high-pressure tanks carrying 200,000 tons of aging yet still highly flammable tritanium. This is a volatile nature of tritanium means that it can be a chore to transport, but by the time this shipment reaches port, it will have completed radioactive decay into helium-3, a safe and clean energy source used throughout the colonies. Each tank is half the size of a tanker trailer. So as we're getting going, about half of the gas is still flammable. Extreme caution is advised to ferry cargo to and from low orbit. The Montero is equipped with a Ailing WI-37B flatbed cargo lifter called Daisy, and it's like the skiffs, Jabba the Hutt skiffs in Return of the Jedi. Joel, have you seen Return of the Jedi?
I understood that reference.
It's been a minute.
It's like a flatbed with a steering console, and you can load stuff on it and transport it.
Yeah.
The Montero has one of those, but it's kind of old and beat up. But you guys call it Daisy.
Don't talk bad about
the
Daisy.
ship
like that.
is also
Daisy.
equipped with an umbilical, which is like you can pull up next to a ship or a space station, and this arm comes out of your ship and then connects to the airlock and gives you a bridge to go into through the airlock instead of having to spacewalk. You also have the ability to spacewalk. You have suits, of course. You have pressure suits and such as that. You have gear as well. We can discuss the gear shortly. So as we open on this scenario, where we see the interior of the Montero, and everything is dark. Everything is shut down, and the camera pans around. There's a mess hall area. There's a table with, everything's put away. There's not like a mess laying around. If anything's like out of place, there's like papers on the table or something like that, but there's no food set out. And like the camera pans around and goes down this gangway, and you see a med lab. There's a couple of tables and there's the computer systems, but everything appears to be shut down. We move forward and maybe the camera goes down into the cargo and you see all of these tanks with this tritanium in it. And we come up to the bridge of the Montero, and again, everything is dark. Everything is shut down. And we don't see anybody. But as the camera kind of pans around, there's a doorway going to the back that is not open. You're not sure where it goes to, but the camera pans around to the empty bridge, and there's stations. There's several stations set about. There's pilot, co-pilot, gunner, engineer. There's several stations about the bridge, and the camera settles on the captain's station, and out of nowhere, the screen blinks into existence, and you see USCSS Montero, and then you see the Weyland-Yutani logo, and these, the code starts running. The thing is booting up, seemingly on its own. And the camera, we stay with the screen, and you see, as the computer finishes its boot up, we see the words "distressing signal detected," and we see USCSS Kronos, and then the lights in the bridge come up, and the camera pans away and comes back down the hallway and into the galley, and the lights in the galley come up, and the camera comes around and goes down this dark hallway, and as the camera is traveling through these hallways, the lights are coming up one at a time as the camera goes through, and it goes into this large room, and there's 5 pods in a star shape. The head of each pod is connected at the center, and there are these white coffins, and as we get closer, we see people inside of them, and the lights come up in the room, and on each pod the computer flickers to life and starts running and starts booting up, and we hear gas, leak out of the pods, and these glass tops on them come up, and the crew of the Montero are slowly coming out of cryosleep. This is common in the alien universe. When you're on a long haul like this, you let the computer, which is called Mother, MUTHUR, Mother runs the ship. You put it on autopilot, and then so you don't spend months and months of time in space, you go into cryo. That way, when you wake up, Mother wakes you up when you are at your destination, and you finish the job and get paid. So the first person to kind of really pull out of cryo, because it affects you. It's hard to, especially if you're not used to it. It's hard to, some people actually throw up, get nauseous and throw up from it. But the pilot, Davis, has been in this situation for forever. They've made several runs like this. They're the first one up. Davis, kind of sits up and kicks his feet over the side of the bed and just kind of shakes his head. And there's, much like a fire station fireman sleep, right next to your bed, there's a pair of boots and a pair of coveralls. And so you stand up and stick your feet in these boots and pull up these coveralls and put your arms through. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you check your pod just to make sure, check the screen just to make sure it wasn't malfunctioned or anything, but everybody else's pod is open. So you're pretty sure it's, what's supposed to happen. It's not an emergency. There's no alarms going off. So Davis makes his way to the galley, and throws on a pot of coffee. Job number 1. Gets the pot fired up and gets and like they have these small white like plastic cups. It's got a little handle on it. But you get your cup of coffee and you're still yawning and trying to, stretch out, and you make your way to the bridge and sit down in your pilot seat and, check the systems. Everything seems to be good. What Davis reaches over and starts tapping away on the screen. What song do you play to wake everybody up?
I guess I Want to Rock. I would 100% put I want to rock on. But
I want to rock.
But the SpongeBob version specifically.
That's Goofy Goober.
Yeah, but the I Want to Rock version of it.
You're that guy.
Oh yeah.
My go-to is always "Working Man" by Rush. That's always my first.
Nice.
Oh, I mean, if you want an actual wake-up song by Dylan,
No.
Okay.
I Want to Rock is fine. If that's what
Yeah.
Davis plays, that's what Davis plays. I wouldn't have asked you if I wanted to control it, but
Oh yeah, no, Dylan would have played some cowboy stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, if that's what you want to play, that's what you. I mean, play what I'm. That's why I'm asking. Play what you want to play.
I think I Want to Rock. It's because it's loud. It's gonna get everybody up.
All right. And so yeah, everybody else starts getting up. The captain of the Montero is probably the next. They're probably the next most experienced with cryo. And she gets up and, goes through the same routine, kicks on her, steps into her boots and pulls up her jumpsuit and maybe grabs a hat and throws it on over her head. Next up would be Rye and Cham. They would be the ones to get up and they are our maintenance crew. There are not engineers, but roughnecks. If the ship has a problem, they're the ones that fix it. So what would you guys like to technically you don't have to jump up and get into your jumpsuits. You can go jump in the shower real quick if you want to. But what would you guys like to do as you're waking up out of cryo? Just head to the galley or go downstairs and check on the cargo? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna, as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna start get the boots, everything. Then I'm gonna go to the mess hall to try to steal the first cup of coffee.
You'd be late.
First cup is already gone. But you can have the second.
I'll get the second.
I'm gonna wake up.
Okay.
I'm gonna wake up and I'm just gonna be pissed off at the world for waking up to that song, but I'm just gonna be pissed off at waking up in general.
That's why Davis played that song.
Probably. So I'm just gonna wake up just super pissed that I'm even waking up right now, and I'm actually gonna go grab a towel and some shampoo, conditioner, and soap, and head to the showers.
All right. And next up would be John J. Wilson.
Oh.
I
Sorry.
You almost did it.
Yeah, I did. I had to stop.
Control yourself.
I'm a pilot. I like to crack jokes.
And John Wilson is the Weyland-Yutani corporate rep. He's not really that popular with the crew, but his job is to make sure this delivery goes off without a hitch. This tritanium gets delivered on time and without issue. This is a common thing. Weyland Yutani puts reps onto ships to ensure that things happen, and you're there to keep Weyland Yutani's interest in mind.
Mhm.
However, it's probably your first time in space and in cryo. So what I want John to do is what would it be? I'm gonna say let's just go stamina. On your character sheet, double click the box next to stamina, and it will roll your dice for you.
Okay.
A 2 and a 3.
Our first roll.
Our first roll. So anyone who doesn't know, has not played Alien, the mechanic here is you roll whatever your attribute and skill added, you roll that many dice, and you're looking for a 6. If you succeed, if you get a 6, you succeed. If you get more than 1 6, you get extra cool stuff. John Wilson sits up in his cryo bed, leans over the edge, and hurls. Just like it's horrible. Like I said, this is his first time coming out of cryo, so I gave you the chance to roll out of it, but you didn't do it. So yeah, he's kind of nauseous as he gets up and gets going. And by the time he's collected himself, everybody else has exited. Like I said, he's not the most popular guy on the ship, so everybody's like, he can get himself squared away. Once you're done, like, I don't know, do you clean up, or do you just say that's for somebody else to do and walk off?
First of all, I'm annoyed because this is not standard protocol music. What is this?
Please tell me I have like some kind of screen watching him wake up, because I'd be laughing. Like, I'm just dying.
Oh yeah. There's screens. You know, there's cameras everywhere.
Oh yeah, then I was dying laughing at that.
Wilson's going to try and walk his way to find some sort of water or something.
Okay. So yeah, he makes his way to like, he gets up and pulls on it. He may not be wearing like coveralls, like a jumpsuit, like everybody else. He may have some other, like some other attire that, I mean, he may throw on a robe. I don't know. Because he's not a space trucker. He's a corporate rep. So yeah. He throws on, he maybe pulls on a robe, and yeah, you make your way to the galley, and there's a refrigeration unit there that there's water available, and you smell coffee, and that kind of gets you, you kind of get the, okay, things are going. And the next thing he would probably do is he would go check on the cargo. And everything seems to be fine. Like, he climbs down, he gets his water and kind of cleanses his mouth, and he climbs down, and there's all these tanks of titanium in the cargo hold, and all of the gauges seem to be fine. There's no problem. Everything seems to be good. So he will climb back up and go back to the galley and just kind of hang out. Or would he go to the bridge? It's up to you.
I'm gonna go make sure we're still on course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check things out.
The captain has made her way to the bridge and is kind of tapping on the screen and trying to get her bearings. And just so I'm completely drawing a blank on what the captain's name is. Oh wait,
It's,
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it also John J. Wilson? My name is.
Officer Miller.
Got to break out the
Yeah,
book.
it's Miller, right?
Yeah, I'm breaking out
Yeah.
the physical copy because I can't find it in Fantasy Grounds. I should have broken this out before we got started, but I didn't do it.
Pretty sure it's Miller.
Whipping out the actual copy.
Miller.
Yeah, Miller. Miller is her name. So yeah, she is she's kind of clicking around on the computer trying to suss out what is happening and get your location. And Davis is already at the command station. So so everybody's kind of eager to be done with this run and collect their paycheck. Rye's in the shower finishing up. A couple people in the galley. Few people in the bridge. As you kind of begin to go about your duties and kind of get things, like this is standard procedure, as I said, you start to notice that that something isn't quite right. Where you're headed with this titanium is a port called Sutter's World. So that would be the first thing that you would do. That is your destination. That's where Mother is supposed to wake you up. So as everybody is starting to make their way in, and like Davis is coming in to say, are we on course? What's going on? Miller is typing in a ping to Sutter's World. And there's no response. There's no ping, return ping from their beacon tower, and there's no response from their mission control, like their landing port. So Miller says, wait, there's something. This is just as Davis is walking in, or Wilson. Sorry, this is just as Wilson is walking in, and Miller says they're not responding. There's no ping from the beacon, and they're not responding. And so Davis will go and start typing in the navigation, trying to find where you're at. So give me a Comtech roll. And again, you'll double click in next to Comtech, and it will automatically add your attribute to it. Everything should be good.
Ooh.
All right, one success. So
Nice.
we rolled a 4, a 2, and a 6. So that's a success. And so Davis types into the navigation and kind of gets into the system, and you discover you're nowhere near Sutter's World at all, like light years away from Sutter's World. You are in deep space between two stars. Not anywhere close to where you're supposed to be. And like Miller kind of like is kind of shocked, like what is going on? And of course she can't get anything on her computer, so the door I mentioned when we kind of did our intro around the bridge, she goes over to it and pulls out a key card and scans it, and this door slides open, and there's this white padded kind of hallway going down, and as she steps in, the door closes. Now, what you guys don't know, but your characters do. This is the mother mainframe. This is where the brain of the ship is.
Okay.
The captain has access to mother, and the corporate rep, Wilson, has access to mother. So Miller goes into the mother mainframe. Anything going on? What are you guys doing while this is happening? Because she's going to be in there for a couple of minutes.
I assume we'd all kind of met up at the same place.
Yeah, you can all be in the bridge now, or you can all still be milling about. Like you all there's comms over all the ship, so there's constant communication. But
so am I still in the shower, or have I already gotten out and I've already met up with everybody?
You can have gotten out. You're not gonna unless Rye wants to spend 15 minutes in a hot shower. I mean, but if you
I just didn't know about the time transition between me going to the shower
and
then
like 30 minutes. It's since you woke up. It's about 30 minutes late.
Okay.
So I'll say after the music, I've made my way to like where everyone was, like bridge of the ship and everything. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. The second I saw, I think his name is Rye, or her name is Rye, I turned the music up just to stare at him, and just stared at him. Just.
Wilson's starting to get a little stressed because he's we're not on track. So he's looking around.
Yeah, something's not right because Miller went into the mainframe. So something
that's not a normal thing.
Is amiss.
Yeah. So Wilson's gonna go up to. I'm gonna go up to Davis and be like, hey, Davis, so what's going? You're the pilot. What's going on? What's happening?
You know how we were supposed to be at a spaceport?
Yeah.
Well, we're not there. But
where are we?
Between two stars, open space. I don't know.
Why are we awake?
Huh? Why are we awake? I don't know. That's probably what Captain's going to talk to Mom about.
All right. Well, let's just conserve energy, I guess, because we aren't supposed to be awake yet. So we shouldn't do anything too crazy, guys. We should kind of reserve resources and stuff like that. I checked on the cargo earlier. Everything seems to be okay. Going to track on that, but I need to know where we're at.
I just kind of hit Wilson with just a.
I say if you know what I'm doing it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like Jam looks outside the bridge, you can see kind of deep space. Well, we're definitely in space still.
All right, at this point, while y'all converse for that, Rye comes walking in, and I'm actually on the phone, coming into Mother while y'all are conversing. I'm coming in on the phone with my parents, talking a private conversation with them, and I'm looking at our captain for turning up the music right now. Very peeved because I'm on the phone right now.
100%.
Trying to give them an update, and I'm looking at y'all all worried, and I'm currently asking y'all, can somebody fill me in? What's going on? Why do y'all look so worried right now?
For the record, not worried. Also, good morning. And also, space. We've been here.
All right, cut the music out, please. It's not helping anybody's mood. Please, just go ahead and cut that.
Oh, okay, I got you. I start playing a completely
just to be
different
clear,
song.
Joel, just so I like what you're doing, but you're in deep enough space that you are sending a message that they will get in 36 hours.
Oh, so I have to think that detailed into it.
Yeah,
okay,
you're not,
it doesn't say
on the
anything
phone
about
with them. You're sending them a
communication.
message.
Okay.
Yeah, you're sending them a message that will take days to get to them, and then their response will take days to get to you.
Okay, so think about the separation from space to
Yeah.
where they're at
Yeah,
right.
that's
Okay,
how
got
deep,
you.
That's how deep you are. That you're
So
not
currently,
eating-
I'm typing out a message on my device then
Yeah,
to send.
you can
to,
do it by voice. You don't have to type, but you can. You can type it as an email, or you can do it by voice.
Yeah,
but
I'm just giving them an
is-
update to where since we've woken up, where I'm assuming that we're close, and hey, I'll get back in touch with y'all when I can.
All right.
And about the time, Davis reaches over and hits the button and kills the music.
Yeah.
And do you just kill the I Want to Rock, or do you bring up maybe something a little more chill that is maybe more relaxed?
I turn down the music like he asked, but I 100% play The Highwaymen by The Highwaymen and fast forward to the I'm on a starship part. Just
Okay.
the Johnny Cash part, for those who don't know.
Okay. All right.
We're all gonna die.
So as the highwaymen come up through the speakers, like maybe Davis is, or not Davis, but Wilson is kind of just shaking his head, like, man, what kind of ship am I on? But the door to the mainframe slides open, and Miller comes out, and she's kind of a mix of mad and just frustrated. Like, she's not scared, but it's just like, this is stupid. The stupid company. And she kind of looks at Wilson, gives Wilson kind of a mean side eye. But she walks in the room and looks around and says, good, everybody's here. Mother picked up a distress call from an unknown ship, and according to Weyland-Yutani regulations, we're required to check it out. So she stopped us before getting to Sutter's World, so we could check this ship. This transmission is too garbled to determine who sent it. The best we can do is triangulate its location and trace it to its source. I need everybody to, like, whatever it is you're doing, like getting ready to, we're not at Sutter's World, so we're not about to offload. So anything you are doing with that, you need to stop. As I said, company rules state that we're required to investigate this. If we don't, none of us get paid.
Yep.
So none of you work for Weyland-Yutani. You're all contract. This is a job that Weyland-Yutani posted, said, hey, we need this titanium ship from here to here. And Miller responded, said, I'm the captain of the Montero. I can do this job. And they gave you Wilson to make sure everything goes well. But you don't actually work for Weyland-Yutani. You're contract workers. However, if you don't do, and this is, now, if you choose not to do this, that's between you and Wilson. But if you do choose not to do this and just keep going, you're not getting paid anything. So that's the conflict here.
Yep.
So she kind of looks around at everybody and is like, do we check out this ship or do we sacrifice our pay? And Miller says, I'm not willing to throw my payday away. I need to upgrade the Montero.
Captain's completely right. It's company standard / policy for us to check out the ship, and I think we should. And of course, I think all of you want to get paid. So.
Well, John J. Jinglehammer thinks so. I think we should too.
Care less about company policy. I just want to get paid.
Yeah, I'm here. Let's do it.
All right, that's awesome. Let's check it out then, Miller. You're the captain.
So, Davis, give me another Comtech roll, just like you did the last one. This one will be to triangulate the signal and see. Okay, so That is a fail. You can push. This is a mechanic in this game. You can push yourself and re-roll, but it adds stress die, and it will automatically do it. All you got to do is push that. You got to hit that push button down at the bottom. It will automatically add the die and re-roll for you. But this is your choice. You can push and re-roll everything, or keep it. Just let Miller take care of it.
What was he rolling for again?
I'm letting Miller take care of it.
Okay.
He's trying to triangulate something.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to triangulate where the signal is coming from. That way we can get to it.
Gotcha.
Figure out, know where to go. Because, like as I said, Mother is saying that she's picking up the signal, but it's too garbled and damaged to know exactly who sent it or to really pinpoint where it's coming from.
Yep.
I want to be sure I use the right amount of dice for Miller. That's a Miller. There she is.
I guess just for a character question, I'm going to assume that this our crew has gone on a few of these, just the main trucker.
Yeah, you guys have been working together for a while. The only outsider is Will.
And then but this kind of thing where in the middle of a mission and then something pops up and we have to go and do as a side contract. This is new for us.
Yeah, well, yeah, this may not have ever happened to you, but
That they're prone to do stuff like this.
you know the rules. If something like this happens, you're required to go check it out. But this may not have ever happened to the crew of the Montero before.
Okay.
Okay, so Miller and Davis both go, try to triangulate it, and they seem to be, they can't get a lock on the signal and get it locked in. But you get the general location, the general direction. And so Davis kind of starts flying and getting, trying to get you close, and you've got the lights on. And is everybody just kind of standing around, or do you sit in your stations? Everybody has a seat in the bridge, so you sit down, or do you go just kind of mill about, do your own thing?
I'm gonna go prep because I'm assuming if now our mission is to potentially go and check out a distress signal or something of that matter that we're gonna have to dock with whatever space station we're going to, that I'm gonna go prep that side of things.
Okay. Rye, what do you think you're doing?
Right, I'm just standing around. I haven't been given an order to do anything, so I'm just standing around waiting on what needs to be done because nobody's told me anything. I've heard space. So I'm standing around doing absolutely nothing. No, there was no clear communication. So I'm just standing around waiting for what order needs to be given to me, what I need to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, and you know what's happening. You're aware of what's happening. You're trying to find this distress signal, and Davis is pretty much flying blind, trying to get to it. So, Wilson, what is Wilson doing?
Wilson's going to sit down and get buckled because the ship is moving towards something, and so it's probably standard for me to sit down and get buckled and be safe. So Wilson's going to sit down and buckle up and wait until there is something that he is needed for.
I would love to just jolt the ship a little bit as he's trying to sit down and see if he falls. I would love to do that. You said we don't like him.
Actually, about the time Wilson gets in, Wilson sits down and locks his seatbelt in place, or maybe his shoulder straps. It's a space couch, so you're gonna be secured. But about the time Wilson gets strapped in, the entire bridge, like every light on the bridge goes red, and klaxons start firing. And you hear Mother come over the speakers and say, imminent impact. And suddenly, like, Davis looks out the window and, like, it's just stars, but all of a sudden there's a big black hole where stars should be. And the lights catch it, and it's another ship.
Oh crap!
That is just completely dark, flying completely shut down, no lights, nothing. No way you could have seen it beforehand. Mother comes over the speakers and says, brace for collision. And I need you to make a piloting check at a -2. So down there at the bottom, hit the -2 button, and then double click on your piloting.
Damn. And I'm good at that. That's not
Got
good.
his license on a Black Friday sale.
I'm gonna push that one. I am
Okay.
gonna push that one.
Yeah, so just hit the push button.
Nice. There you go.
Okay.
260.
Oh, but you panicked. See that alien symbol on that yellow die?
Yeah.
Right.
But Fantasy Grounds is set up to automatically roll the panic roll for you. So yeah, not only does Davis push, Davis succeeds, but got 2 successes. Normally, a panic roll negates a success, but you got 2 successes, so I'm going to say you succeed.
Mhm.
Especially seeing as how your panic roll, you managed to keep it together. You keep your cool, but like you see this, like I said, just all of a sudden there's a big black spot where stars should be, and you recognize it as a ship, and you just, pull the stick and you bring the Montero around and just like feet away from crashing into it and knocking out your faster than light drive. And this would be, getting that fixed would be, the way this game measures time is in shifts of 8 hours. And to fix this faster than light drive, you would have to get in your pressure suits, get outside, and it would take 3 shifts to fix it. So
Wow.
you
24 hours.
narrowly avoided a big problem, because you wouldn't be able to do faster than light. It would take you years to get home instead of weeks.
Good flying.
But yeah, everybody gets kind of like, the only person really strapped in was Wilson.
Like I would be, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, you were in your seat. I'm talking about, I asked everybody what they were doing. But even Miller wasn't strapped in. Miller wasn't in their seat. But nobody gets hurt. You maybe get tossed around, and maybe get thrown across the galley or wherever it was you were at. But nobody gets hurt. Everybody's cool. Maybe
That's
everybody's not
like
happy.
the trolley section, and then I would, as soon as like that happened, I get thrown around the room. I'm booking it right to the bridge to see what the heck's going on.
If there's like a comm thing for like an over thing speakers goes, ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. We did not crash. We almost crashed, but I'm awesome, so we didn't. Also, our faster night drive might be out. I don't. Y'all might have to work on that.
You'll hear
No,
it back.
you can run. You see the diagnosis. It's fine. You missed
Okay.
it.
Okay.
It's cool.
Comms, like, could I respond?
I was saying, if you hadn't pushed, if you had failed that roll, then you would have clipped your faster than light drive, and it would have really messed everything up.
And yeah, our comms, we can respond to each other immediately, right?
Yeah, it's like open.
Comms.
Like
okay,
you don't even. Maybe there's panels in the hallways where you have to hit a button, but I mean, it's a small enough ship you can pretty much yell at each other if you're mad enough.
After your update through the comms, you'd hear like screams through the ship, like a little bit of a warning next time. Awesome.
Blame mom. She didn't warn me till it was almost too late.
And then I'll start heading my way to the bridge to meet up with whoever's over there. Figure out what happened.
As Cham walks back into the bridge, Mother comes over the speakers and says, this is the source of the distress call. And like, there's no engines, no lights. It seems to be just moving on inertia.
Now, would I know if we're contractually like obligated to set foot on the ship, or is it?
Yeah, you're obligated to investigate.
Okay.
Any kind of a distress signal. This is, it's company, and it's just Weyland-Yutani, and this is a Weyland-Yutani ship. This is, so whatever happened to this ship it's been missing, and Weyland-Yutani wants to know why. So they're wanting you guys to figure that out. Davis kind of like, after kind of getting control and riding the ship, Davis kind of like, you hit the spotlights on the Montero and you kind of bring it around and come around, and as I said, you're not seeing any lights. It appears to be dead, just floating out in deep space, and you bring it around, and coming alongside the ghost ship and kicking on the floodlights, you see something out of the history books. It is the USCSS Cronus, a Weyland SEV M3 Hyades class spaceship. Launched in 2110, it's been missing for 3/4 of a century.
Oh, jeez.
This ship is legend. You may not know like specific details about the ship, but you've all heard of the Cronus.
Okay.
It went out on a job much like the one you're on right now, and was never seen again. It is a sailor's, legend. Everybody, all space truckers talk about the Cronus. Everybody knows about it. It's a legend.
Am I the only one who can see it right now, or can everybody see it?
Well, yeah, anybody looking out the window would see it, but if you want to be the one to, like, if you want to say something to announce what it is, what you're seeing, go ahead.
Well, I'll just be like, we might have just made history. And I kind of like adjust her towards the front of the ship, like.
Sham's got to look out the window. Is that what I think it is?
Well, it's not the space station, so.
Now I'm looking out because I'm still there too, and I've said I'm seeing USS. Can anybody make the rest of that?
I don't know if I can read it from here, but I think that might be the ship.
Wilson's gonna be like, it's the Kronos. I can see it clear from here. There's no lights or anything.
You gonna stay strapped in, or are you good?
I'll stay strapped in until we stop.
Give him a nice like.
So this is kind of what you're seeing as you as you travel around. Let me bring that up to the stream to see.
Awesome.
Now, of course, nobody is spacewalking at the time, but as the Montero kind of makes their way around, you're seeing the floodlights are hitting this ghost ship, just like a dead ship floating in deep space. The only sign of life coming from it is this SOS signal that's just been set to repeat. And again, Mother comes over the speakers and says that it says mission parameters have been altered. This is now a mandatory salvage operation. the 3 priorities of this salvage operation. Recover scientific data and samples from the USCSS Cronus. Escort the salvaged Cronus to Anchorhead or another Weyland-Yutani facility. Save crew members on the Cronus if possible.
Yeah, I
And
don't think we're
you
doing that
all
last one.
like you all have like data pads, like iPads, and everybody gets a ping all at once. And like if any of you go to look, it is deck plans for the Cronus.
Oh,
Okay.
You've got the complete floor plans, top to bottom, all decks. So you've got a map of everything happening.
Is the data thing a thing that we can message back to Wayland, or is that only through Miller or Wilson that can message back?
Well,
or is
Miller,
it like,
Miller or Wilson would be the ones to message Wayland, but here again, any message you send is going to be 36 to 48 hours to get to them, and then a reply would take that long to get back to you.
so them sending that message to us that instant when we discover the ship?
No, it wasn't a message. The Chronos
the
is
the
what
data
was
stuff?
sending. There was an SOS message that your ship's mother picked up an SOS message and stopped.
is
You
there? Wilson's gonna ask. Is there a way we can tell how old this SOS message is? Asking Davis or Miller.
Well, if it really is the Chronos, it's been gone for what, like a century? So at least that long.
And
Yeah, it's,
Ryan,
I think it's 3/4 of a century. I think it's 76 years. I think it's what it's been missing.
and Rye immediately chimes in and says, "Hold up! Before we start anything about discovering another ship and investigating, I got one important question: are we getting paid more for this added operation? Because I came here and I'm only getting paid to transport this titanium that's in our cargo. I need to know if we're getting paid more for adding objectives to our mission."
Somebody that hasn't seen the movie,
You fit in the role so well.
I read
this exact conversation happens in the first film.
Unfortunately,
They have to stop
Nice.
and do this investigation, and the 2 roughnecks on the ship are like, "Wait a minute, I'm not getting paid for this garbage. Am I
Yes.
getting extra pay?"
but we're not getting paid unless we do it. It's in the contract to investigate any distress signals that we
Contract was to
come
deliver
across.
material.
Don't you get paid either way?
No, I get paid with all the rest of us.
I'm willing to hedge a bet that they did not expect us to run across this ship. The ship is not part of our contract.
No, but any distress signal, if we don't respond to, which they can check our records and see, we will not get our paychecks.
Look,
So
as much
If
as
we
I
don't
want to argue it,
investigate this,
A ship
We-
that's been gone for nearly a century clearly has no signs of life.
so it should be quick to investigate it then.
look, all I'm saying, and I want to disagree with the corpo here, I really do, but we just found the ship that's been lost for almost a century. That's like, we're in history books at that point.
It's just attach it, haul it somewhere else. Someone
I like
else's
that
Can
idea.
we do that? Do we have the capability of that? I
Now
don't
you got to
think we
remember,
can.
your ship is not rated as a towing
Yeah.
vessel. It doesn't have the engine to tow.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean you can't try, but you may not be able to go back into cryo if you're doing it. You know, they're you know, you can link up to this and try to tow it, but
That'd probably end up being something where we have to be awake and alert at all times.
yeah.
Well,
Um,
if we did that, we probably wouldn't be able to go into, faster than light, which means we'd be dead by the time we got there anyway.
why don't I and 2 other guys we just go over and we investigate it real quick and come right back.
But I will say, I mean, priority number 2 was escort the salvage Chronos to Anchorhead or another Weyland-Yutani facility. Anchorhead is the nearest one to you right now.
Well,
I say,
So
ship,
they're expecting you to get this ship to Anchorhead, whether that's by towing it or flying it. Like,
One of the better
Tritanium
ones to
is no
fly.
longer priority. That job is like, that's no longer priority. Right now, your priority is the Cronus. And they want you to get the Cronus to Anchorhead and get any scientific data and bring it home. And if there's any crew living, bring them home as well.
I've got a
So
bright
what you're
idea.
going to have to do is pull the Montero. You're going to have to pull in and match its speed. And you can either like extend your umbilical and connect to the airlock and then go in that way, or you can spacewalk. That's up to you guys what you want to do. If you want to link your ship to the Kronos, there's die rolls involved, but that's what that's what it's for.
Mhm.
But
As I'm assuming this would be more of a, my character would probably know this, but is there a way that I assume like with us bridging onto the other ship rather than just spacewalking, we'd be able to, if we can get any of the machines in the other ship up, we could like read the data between the two ships?
Yeah.
Okay, so then in that case,
yeah, you can have mother link to, once you get over there, you can get your mother to link to the Cronus's mother and they can communicate. But
So-
as of right now, the system is down. You're going to have to get in there and reboot the system.
So technically speaking, we wouldn't even need a pilot for that. Like if we got there and got Mother up, we could.
Well, see, that's what I'm asking. I need a piloting to match the speed of the Kronos. And then if you're going to use the umbilical, I'm going to need either Rye or Cham to give me a heavy machinery roll to extend the umbilical and have it connect.
All right.
So
I,
if you're going to do that, that's what I need. If you're going to spacewalk, that's a whole nother thing.
look, I'm not the expert. You guys are, but I do think we need to get onto that ship somehow. But again, that's why my company hired you guys, is because you're the experts on how to do stuff like this. So whatever you guys want, Cham, Rye, Miller, what do you guys think?
step one, you're gonna need to unbuckle. You're gonna help us out.
Yeah.
He's gonna
First of all,
slowly unbuckle.
let's have Davis give a piloting roll and see if he can match the speed of the Kronos.
Is this just to see if he can?
If he succeeds at it.
Failure. Wait, why did I stress again?
No, until you relieve stress, it doesn't go away.
Oh, okay.
If you push yourself again, you get 2 stress. That's another 2 dice that you can succeed on, but it's also 2 dice.
Another
that
2 dice you can fail
get
on.
a panic roll on.
Uh-huh.
But it gives a 6 on the yellow die is still a success. The only thing that matters is the 1 on the yellow die. But you
Wait.
don't. But
Piloting's agility, isn't it?
if you double click, yeah, you've got agility in there. See on the
So-
in the chat,
Ooh.
it says piloting 3, agility 5,
Yeah.
That's one.
stress
So-
1.
According to my talent, I can push any agility stat twice if I absolutely need to.
Yeah, you can push it again. It's still going to give you stress.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
But see, normally, like if Rye went to push something, it's only one time.
Mhm.
But if you're, that's part of Davis's. Davis has stuff going on that maybe nobody really knows about, that gives him the ability to push extra. So if you want to push this roll, you can actually push it twice if you want to. That you haven't pushed it yet.
I'm gonna push it at least one more time.
Oh, I see a couple 6s.
Yep,
All right. Yep. Yeah.
Right.
There's 3 6s there.
3 of them.
Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, you pull alongside and match the speed perfectly. So now it's a decision. Are you going to extend the umbilical cord? Are you going to extend the umbilical? Or are you going to spacewalk it?
It's up to
so,
you guys.
made the joke about like this is the seat buckled. Somebody's like slowly like that's Sham is gonna pipe up like not to agree with Mr. Wilson here, but space is scary. I'm gonna go try to bridge our 2 ships, and then I'm gonna go.
All right. So maybe Rye goes with you. You know,
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
kind
Rye.
of work together.
Yeah, Rye does go with,
And
but trail
you
slowly
can,
behind.
You can help, like you can assist if you say you're assisting, and that will give Cham an extra die. So you would hit a +1 before you roll. So they get down into the cargo bay, which is where the dock is, and you see all the crates, all the tanks, and you get over to the controls and start extending the umbilical and going to make a seal on the airlock of the Kronos. Give me a heavy machinery roll with a +1 because Rye is assisting you.
Oh, nice.
All right. So yeah, the umbilical slowly stretches out and you get it right on top of the airlock of the Kronos, and you hit the button, and you actually hear it seal, and see the exhaust come out, and Mother comes up and says, "Perfect seal. Airline is in place. I would suggest not going onto this ship without suits."
I'm going to say over the comms, great job, guys. Well done.
And so that's where we're going to end it for this evening. Sorry, we actually have gone 10 minutes past when we said we were going to. But I wanted to get to this point before we end it. I'm sorry about that.
No.
But and as I said, this is my fault for coming in late. But that was the setup. So
yeah, that's fun. That's cool.
Next week we will be getting into the Kronos, and that's when the game really kicks in. So you'll be exploring a ghost ship.
Like ship.
And
dude, I'm excited. It's fun.
So yeah, this has been Alien here on the Random Encounters Guild. Thank you for joining us. I saw a couple of people in kind of viewing as we went along. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're coming up this week. Tomorrow night we have our Symbaroum game is starting, and we've done a session 0, but tomorrow night will be the first session proper. Very excited about that. I've wanted to run that game for years, and I'm finally getting a chance to. Apparently, this is going to be the year of Free League because I'm just running Free League games all over the place. And then Tuesday night will be Blades in the Dark, and apparently Jenna has cooked up something special because last week was my birthday, and she has she's my bully, so. She's decided that she's going to she's cooked up something special for my birthday, she says. So that should be a good time. So and then Sunday night back here for more Alien, and I promise this time we will be starting at 7:30 instead of 8:30, and we'll get a lot more game in.
That was fun.
So yeah, thank you for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this first session, and you kind of get a feel of what's going on. As we go deeper, there'll be a lot more roles and a lot more this was kind of the setup of the situation. So going forward, there's going to be a lot more action and getting into shenanigans. So
for sure.
Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next week.
Yeah.
Have a good week, everybody. Second night, everybody.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Everybody.